Mm.
All right. Are we up and running?
Are we there? Hey, everybody.
It usually tells me.
It
Okay.
says live.
All right. Thanks so much. I'm here with these wonderful ladies today. Melinda from False Teeth Real Tarot and SHARI Voices from the Swamp. And I'm just so excited to be here with you. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Yes. And so, yes, Melinda reached out and then we reached out to SHARI and she had to change an appointment. But look at how beautiful her hair turned out. Yeah. All ready for Mother's Day, right?
That's it.
That's it.
Not like I'm doing anything special.
No, okay. Yeah. I'm going right after this. I'm going to the airport to get my friend from Boston. So
wow,
nice.
I was afraid she was they're canceling flights left and right. I was afraid she'd get bumped, but nope, she didn't. So thank God.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'll probably go on one of my points accounts
Oh,
that
yeah.
I have that I save points.
Yes.
And I'll get myself a coupon to go to Outback and get a meal. That's usually what I treat myself
There
with.
you go. I
And
love
go
their
get me a
blooming
steak.
onion. Oh my God.
Yeah. I love their shrimp on the Barbie.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. And I'm not supposed
It
to eat
is.
shrimp. I'm not supposed to eat shellfish. So
Oh.
it's like I eat
But
it.
you're not
Monday,
allergic to it?
I'll just
You're not allergic to it though, right?
Yeah,
My
I
father
am.
was allergic. Oh, you are?
I'm allergic.
Oh my.
It's like if I eat shrimp the next day, my hands and stuff are swell up like balloons.
Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry.
But every now and again, it's like, okay, I can't go anymore.
You can take some Benadryl before you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you guys been up to? Melinda, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been up to collecting some new rocks and fossils and
good.
Washing them all up. I got just about 2 little handfuls left that I need to wash up.
Okay.
That it takes a long time because you gotta soak them and all that kind of stuff. But they're just beautiful.
Do you have a tumbler for them? Do you put them in the tumbler?
No, I got a grinder and I have other little tools. Because when you use a tumbler, it could take anywhere from weeks to months to do. Oh yeah, it takes a long time. And I'm just a little bit too impatient for that.
What are you
doing?
I don't blame you. I would be too. It's like, I want this now, right now.
Right. At least, by the end of the day.
Sure.
What do
so
you
are you going on any, or are you having any shows coming up, Melinda?
Not that I can remember.
Not that you can think of right now? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just like to have people, if they are, so they can invite people. How about you, SHARI?
Yes, ma'am. I've got today. And then Thursday, I'm doing the Pictionary.
Oh, you're doing on TLC?
Me, Katie Moonchild, and Maya from Black Cat Tarot.
Yeah.
We're going to be a team.
Oh, my God.
I told them y'all are in for it. I can't draw.
I believe we will.
Anything.
No, that's going to be fun.
And the following Saturday on the 21st, I'm doing a collab with Ivana Intuitive.
Oh, good.
And then that's in the afternoon. In that morning, I'm doing a live stream with Manasa.
Oh, wow.
That you were with earlier, the gray hair.
I love
the gray hair
Ivana.
gang. She's calling it.
Oh, yeah. So many wonderful people now. I mean, just
I know.
growing.
And then last but not least is the 29th. I'm doing another live stream with Deanne.
Oh, okay. Good.
So
wonderful.
I'd actually jig my calendar out.
There you go. Now you know what I have that between that and my school work and all the other things that I have to do. If I didn't have my calendar, I'd be lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now I'm using my paper calendar and I got to put it on my Google Calendar so I can put it at work. So if I get buzzed when I'm at work, I can go in and look real quick.
Okay.
And so that's my schedule.
So I put up that I was thinking today might be fun if we had people tell us what their favorite songs are and we could do a reading on some of those songs if you wanted to do that.
Nice.
Just don't ask me to sing.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds great.
Cannot sing at all.
Hello, everybody, by the way.
Yes. Hello. Let's say hello to everybody. Hi, Deb and Stone Marble, Jean,
Nancy, Kate just came.
Yeah. Teresa Levine. Yes, Nancy. It's good to have you here. Thanks for coming and spending some BC Mom, G Covington, Stacy. Wow, we got some. We already got somebody
group here.
Yeah, we do, and we already got somebody that posted what song they want us to look at. So that's great.
Oh, cool.
That's great. Before I start, as we know, SHARI lives in Louisiana,
yes.
And I just heard that they might be outlawing the abortion pills as well as
contraception.
Contraception. They're really?
The from what I understand, and I haven't read the whole thing, so I'm not 100% sure on all the aspects.
Yes.
But the Republican legislation in our state houses have passed a bill out of committee to go to the floor to be voted on that would make abortion illegal from the second of conception. The mother could be charged with murder.
That's ridiculous.
Yes. Isn't it? How are you going to,
and then included in that, which nobody's talking about, and I didn't even realize until yesterday, was included in that is they're going to make it illegal to have like an IUD, or to get birth control pills, or to get like the day after pill, or anything along those lines. I mean, they're like trying to take it all.
They're trying to be the Catholic
People
Church
here
of
are
the 60s.
furious.
Yeah.
Absolutely furious.
You know, though, what I did hear is that I know a lot of people down Amazon, or they buy from Amazon, whichever direction they want to go with that. Yeah. But what they are doing is that they are, instead of people moving out of state or whatever, they are paying for the woman, if she wants to fly out of state and to have it done.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. At least until they make that illegal.
Well, what they'll do is they'll try to sue Amazon, because of course Amazon has a lot of money, but they'll sue Amazon because, well, like the Texas law, anybody that helps the woman to get an abortion is, $10,000 or whatever. Oh my God. I don't know.
Yeah, Amazon will keep them in court till they run out of money.
Well, and Amazon is in the process of building a new distribution center. Just a little north of Baton Rouge, I think it is, which is like about an hour and a half from east of me. And so there's not going to be a lot of happy people about this.
Well, and I know they're saying that this is just the beginning. Then they'll go after gay marriage. They'll go after black and white marriage. You know what I mean? They'll go after whatever.
It's too much.
It's too much. And what gets me is the Republicans seem to think this is going to make their bid going into the midterms stronger.
I can't see that, but anyway, I know. Yeah.
What planet are you from that you actually think this? I mean,
well, yes, and I know about the trigger laws and how they work. Like here in Washington State, there's no trigger law. It's legal, and they'll never, they probably won't change that. Of course, you never know, but it's just, I didn't think we'd see this. I thought we had made many strides over our lifetime in the way, the rights came out and so on and so forth. But yes, Deb, you are right.
I'll be 61 next month. And I remember going with my mom in the 70s to equal rights marches and women's rights marches and civil rights marches. And I mean, she was very involved, which is probably why she was the black sheep of the family. Because she was very progressive for the times that we were in back then. And was raising 2 kids by herself with no man.
There's a lot of women like that.
Yeah. And it's depressing to think that here I am 40 something, 50 something years later, and I'm having to refight the same battle that she fought, It's like,
there's a Greek play that was written many, many years ago. I mean, like way in the early, AD or whatever, BC. And the Greek play is called Lysistrata. And the women don't like the men, that because the men are out at war and then they come back and they just want sex. And so, but they go back to war, and the women are like, if you don't, if you don't stop going to war, you're not going to get any. And this is a very old play. And the men march back into town, and actually, as a play, they have these big sticks that are, meant to be huge penises. And, and the women are like, nope, nope, nope. And you know what? That would certainly change things if we could get women to all do that.
Yeah.
But it
or
isn't
get
all
laws
men.
passed that would regulate and mandate vasectomies.
Right.
I mean, when a man's testicles drop,
Yep.
and he's able to produce a child,
Right.
snip, snip. I mean, it's
Snip, snip,
reversible on a
bye-bye.
man.
Yep. All right. Thank you. I just had to ask that question, and I knew that it was controversial.
Yeah.
Right.
There are some ticked off people down here, big time.
I believe that. So the Carpenters, I'm on top of the world, looking down on creation, is her favorite song. And that would be about 1970, I believe.
Yeah, she died in 82 or 83,
yes.
I think.
Oh, that was such a sad state of affairs,
Yeah.
Karen Carpenter.
Most of her, I loved her stuff because she sang low.
Sure.
Back then I could sing, and I'm an alto when I used to be able to sing. And it was like my key. And so I could sing along on the radio.
Sure. Yeah. So let's read on, whatever comes up. It might be that Karen comes up. It might be the duo comes up. It might be how people reacted to this. Whatever the cards say. I just thought it would be fun to try. So let's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
And if anybody else has any songs they like, I have Dana, Kate, and Jean. I have your choices. All right. Let's see. Anybody else have one? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, I closed my eyes and I could hear her voice.
Song. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, Stone Marble. Old ladies talking about sex and things like that. And I know you're not uncomfortable with it, but there are people that think, and I did when I was younger, old ladies probably don't think about this shit anymore.
What? My cards went flying.
They're like, sex, we're out of here.
Okay. Ooh, I got some good ones.
Let's see here.
All right.
Ooh. Okay. I guess I'll go first if that's all right, ladies.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I get is, of
I'm
course, the
still at the
song.
looking up stage. So
That's okay, dear. That's okay. I got relaxation first, and somebody's in a hammock listening, to music, I'm guessing. And it says happy times and peaceful pursuits. And I think that many of us were younger then, and that remember the Carpenters. The song was easy to relate to, easy to feel good about hearing and sing along to. And it says that it created a healing heart for us all. It was love and acceptance, but it also brought in romance for those of us who were in that puppy love stage. And I got this karmic partner, and I'm thinking that her brother Richard and she were karmically, obviously they're brother and sister, but they were karmically tied together to elevate themselves to such a.
He is in the process of remastering a lot of their music that she sang to re-release. I just read something on that not too long ago.
Okay.
And I was thinking, oh, how wonderful.
He's older, wasn't he? Was he older than Karen?
Yeah, by a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 years, something like that.
Hi, Deb. I got yours. Last Waltz. Is that Is that Last Dance with Mary Jane, or is this who sings it? Can you tell me? Rita, you know the song, girls?
Last Dance was
that was Tom Petty, but I don't know. She calls it last. She put up Last Waltz. We'll have to ask her.
Waltz. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. Melinda, go ahead.
Okay. The first card that I got up was the Strength card.
Ooh.
And I believe that through her music then and now, she had such power, you know, in her voice, in her thoughts, in her ways. The next card that I got was the Empress card. And
ooh.
Yeah. So I mean, she just loved so much, you know what I mean, and cared so much.
Mm-hmm.
And the next card that I got was the Death card.
Oh, wow.
And then after that is the King of Cups, which is, I'm thinking her brother. She's talking because the King of Cups is the King of Love. Yes. And so I believe that, you know, she's trying to let us know that she like what you said, that the karmic relationship. And the last card that I got was the Star. And she was a star then, and she's a star now.
Still a star.
And I believe that, you know, she's on top of the world looking down. You know what I mean?
I do. Even though she wasn't, you know, around for a long time, really, after she was successful.
Yeah, she was like
her
in her
songs
early
get
30s.
Played every day. Yeah, she was like early 30s. Yeah.
Yeah, early 30s when she died.
Yeah.
And
great cards, Melinda.
Like I said, I close my eyes, I can hear her voice. I can hear her singing that song. One of my favorites. The first thing I pulled was the Knight of Pentacles. This is a Rainbow Tarot deck.
Okay.
And of course, knights, you know, that's kind of rash, sudden actions. Pentacles is, you know, manifesting, getting results for what you're manifesting. And in her life, that was very true. It was like they were backyard musicians, you know, playing at college, and then boom, they took off and went from 0 to 100 in no time flat. And I remember an interview I saw years ago with their manager at that time, who said that he always blamed himself for what happened to her because he was the one that pushed them to keep going, keep traveling, keep putting on shows. And it was like it was nonstop. And they were under so much pressure that he felt like that he contributed a lot of that pressure to them by not letting them take their time in what they were doing, you know. And they were just caught up in the madness,
in the show business world.
And then I pulled from the Eternal Seeker's Oracle card, I pulled Wisdom, because isn't that a great picture? I love it. Is. Even though it's a blonde and not a brunette, I still look at it and I see her. And just the wisdom that she expressed in her voice. Even on topics she sang on that she probably didn't have any wisdom on. Right. But her voice just had a way of revealing and releasing something into people that would really like dig down into your soul, you know, just that voice she had. I mean, it was kind of like listening to Freddie Mercury sing. Right. No other voice like it. I mean,
no other voice like him.
No other voice like it, you know. Anything of hers, the first note that comes on, if she's singing, it's like instantly you know who it is.
You know who it is. Yeah.
You know, same with his voice, you know, same thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Excellent. Well, I remember reading her story. I can't remember if it was a movie. And, you know, she suffered from bulimia and anorexia. And there was one point, I guess, that she hadn't eaten for days and she started eating out of the dog bowl. I remember that. And I thought, she had this real, and we didn't know enough about the disease at that time. We thought she had lost her mind, but she felt the pressure. I agree with you. I think that led to some of the problems that she had.
Yeah. From what I read, one of the things they said that may have caused the bulimia and the anorexia to start was back when they first started, she was just going into college. So she still had a lot of the younger, childish type body fat. She wasn't fully grown yet. And some critic wrote something in an article about in his fat little sister.
Of course.
And
that would do it.
That did it. It was like at that point she became obsessed with not being fat.
Right.
And she was already thin as a rail. I mean,
yeah.
But
I remember that though in the 70s there was a big push on all of us. My boyfriend in high school, I weighed 115 pounds, and he said I was too fat because his sisters were like 99 pounds, and but that's what society was doing at the time. Of course, they still do in some ways. They still do that. Well, thank you, Dana. That was a nice walk through the carpenter's world. I appreciate
it. Sure
that.
was.
Yeah.
That was great.
Love Will Follow by Kenny Loggins is Kate's choice. I don't know if I know that song.
Oh, that's ringing a bell.
Okay. I know I'm all right.
Yeah, no, that's
with the hedgehog, yeah.
Yeah, with the hedgehog. By Kenny Loggins. I'm cheating. I'm looking over here. See if I can find the song. It's a long song.
Is it? But we can't play it, unfortunately.
No, but I'm going to try to just see if I can listen.
See if you can read. Yeah. That's all right. We can still read on it. Melinda, your reading was so strong on Karen Carpenter. My goodness.
Okay, I remember that now. All right.
I just had What's a couple of words?
Yeah,
what's a couple of the words?
Let's see if they have any. I don't know if it's showing words or not. Yeah, it's not a lyric one. Let me see if I can. Love Will Follow, Kenny lyric.
Here we go.
Lyrics. Okay, let's see.
I run out of breath and I start to shake. I love you with all my heart can take. I hold you beside me in sleep and long to be dreaming in my sleep. I don't know, but I still think I can read on it, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I've heard the song. I used to listen to his stuff.
Okay.
In fact, I got married to one of his songs. Not that one, but I can't think of the name of it now.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Gina. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Ange. Ange is out there.
So everybody, if you have a song, your favorite song or a song you really like and you'd like us to read on that song, put it in the chat. We're trying something new. And the first one, I think we did pretty well. So
yeah.
All right. Okay. So I pulled 3 cards, and the first one I got was envy. And somebody's sort of standing here in the middle of a room, and there's a bright light behind. And I'm wondering if that's Messina. I wonder if Loggins went off on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if he was envious because this song came out. And I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. But it was a long journey for Kenny. And it chronicled perhaps a journey that he was having at the time. Interestingly, third chakra shows up with Archangel Chamuel, and the third chakra would be the solar plexus. So it might hit, excuse me, it might be that it hits that gut area when listening to it. You know, there's some songs that I really love, and they never made it like to the top 10 of the week or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, that might be, if it had come out in a different week, it had come out at a different time, perhaps. But this looks like it hits at the gut level in the third chakra area. All right.
That's a good one. Yeah.
You want to go?
You want me to go? I can go.
Yeah.
Okay, I pulled from my Native Spirit Oracle.
Okay.
I pulled Spirit Keeper of the North. Now, I don't know if he was from up north or what, but a lot of his music certainly resonated as far as expressing a lot of meaning with people, you know, especially a lot of his love ballads. I know the one of his songs was one of the ones Longer, that was the name of it.
Okay.
That I actually got married to because we loved that song.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pulled from my Moonology, I pulled the new moon in Gemini, which says communication is the key. And music is a wonderful way to communicate with people, especially when you can tell your stories. And maybe that song just didn't come out at the right time for the communication of it to really reach people. Right. You know, there were some that maybe listened to his whole catalog, you know, listen to the whole album, you know, and they would know it and like it. And then lastly, I got the 10 of Pentacles, which I don't know what that means yet.
Did he do well? I mean, a 10 of Pentacles, isn't that
really
doing well?
Memory serves, that's you know, you're doing well. You're making. I'm gonna
Pentacles. Just a little heads up. Pentacles could be anything tangible. Anything
a worthy legacy. That's what it is with this one. A worthy legacy. Enjoying the good moments around you.
Okay.
Wow. So yeah, I would imagine. I mean, he's still
she says it's romantic song. So yeah. Wow. And you know that when songs come out that just touch you, depending on where you were at the time or what you were feeling at the time, and that probably is. But longer is from Dan Fogelberg, though. Not
is that Fogelberg? I thought it was.
Yeah, Kate says that too, but I thought
it was. I thought it was.
I love Dan Fogelberg, and he died a while ago. So anyway,
he was awesome.
I know. Go ahead, Melinda.
Okay. All right. The first card that I got up was the 5 of Coins, and so you know this could be. I'm feeling from it as you know, touching of the heart. You know that. That it just touched so many people's heart. And then after that was the Temperance. So it was like he was very balanced and the love will follow, right? The love will follow. So what I'm getting from this is that, you know, love has a lot of balancing qualities, you know, because it's a give and take. You know, it's not, if it's one-sided, it's not true love, you know. If it's one-sided and then really somebody's being fooled, you know. So I believe that, you know, that it probably has a lot of balance in it. But with the 8 of Swords coming up next, so I think that, you know, some people when they're in a loving relationship, they stay blinded because they want to love the person so much, you know. But with the King of Swords and the Justice card coming afterwards, you know, I think that these people really wanted to be in love with each other and stay together and you know, the last two was the Ace of Cups and the 7 of Swords. So I believe that, you know, love followed because, you know, you got your Ace of Cups and the 7 of Swords, which I think that somebody, you know, stole their heart, so to say.
Yeah.
And then there was a new beginning, because the Ace of Swords is also the angel of love. So,
Mhm.
and
Wow.
that there was a lot of emotions involved in creativity, to keep, I'm sure a lot of people has danced to this music,
To this song. Yeah.
and
Yes.
maybe they just met that night, and
They'll never
had new
forget.
beginnings and love and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
just,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, that's really awesome. And many times we don't know the backstory to the lyrics. And and then we find out maybe that this was made, after this breakup or after this whatever it was. And not that
Mhm.
it matters, because we just like the tune, we like it. But it's interesting to look at the lyrics too. They're really just poems set to music. Is all they are. Yeah.
Well, music just hits everybody on such a deeper
It
level.
does. You're right. Yes.
It just like you
Yep.
change the energy in the room, you change the music, the vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. All right. It looks like Cher's song, Turn Back Time.
oh yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
If I could turn back time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
right.
that. God, I love Cher. I
She
can
does
listen to
turn
that.
back time. She doesn't really age. Or I'm sure
No,
she goes to
wish I was as well preserved.
Right. If Debbie Freebird had dark hair, the way that she does, like she'll do her tongue like how Cher did,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
I swear, man, sometimes it just, every now and then she looks just like Cher with blonde
And
hair
you
to
know
me.
who else is Diana Bowles, oil painter? She talks, her
Yeah.
voice is like Cher's. Yes.
Yes.
Isn't
When
that
you was
funny?
talking to
Yeah.
her that day on your thing, I thought,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to
That's
love
fun.
their TV show she and Sonny had.
Oh, Sonny and Cher. Yeah. You kidding me?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And just before Sonny died, I saw the two of them went on Dave Letterman together.
Oh,
And
really? Oh.
David Letterman got them to get up and sing I Got You, Babe together
Yeah.
for the first times,
Since
In
whatever.
years.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was so awesome to
Oh,
watch,
yeah. Bring tears to your eyes.
and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because they were both at that point remarried to someone else, and he
Sure.
was
Yeah.
in the Senate or in the House. I don't remember which one it was. He had become he
Yeah.
had
He was a
gotten into
congressman,
government,
I
yeah,
think, before
congressman,
I think
and
didn't he die in a skiing accident? I think he
yeah,
Yeah.
died.
Hit a
he hit
tree.
a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did John Denver.
Yep. So sad.
My very first boyfriend looked like John Denver.
Oh, he did?
I dated
Oh,
a guy that looked like John Denver too.
oh my God, that's funny. All right. Oh, Wildflower says you can catch it on Sonny and Cher on Letterman singing it if you want later. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So, okay. So, Jean, the first one I get is thought vibrations. And I love this. Look at this, the way that the head is wrapped up in the thought, in the idea of a thought. And it says resonant choices and signature signals. And so this song is a Cher song, like Half Breed and some of the
Oh, I
other
love
songs
that
she sang,
song.
they were like ballads,
Yeah.
and she can belt those suckers out and make them seem so resonant and, make them a beautiful, beautiful thing to hear. And here it says, the next card is, she has an emotional influence on us when she sings. And so
yeah.
there's an entanglement that we feel when, maybe we turn the music up if we're in the car, or, we remember where we were when something was going on with that Letterman idea of having the two of them together. But yeah, she definitely is beloved. And her story, again, is one that I don't believe she was a singer. I think she, he married her. She was like 19 and he was 30 something, I think. And,
Yeah.
he brought her along, and she's the one that really kept up all of her singing.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Dave. I like that. It's all about the inside. The personality is most important. It shows a glimpse of the soul. I agree. I agree. I do know.
Okay.
Melinda, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot I have my card
Sherry's
right
going?
now.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do it while you got it.
At first, I pulled the Sun.
Oh.
Then I pulled the Ace of Wands.
Look at that.
And then I pulled the King of Wands.
Ah.
And so when I went and looked,
Mhm.
and it's all about energy, creativity, being unpredictable, which she's well known for being.
Her costumes, yeah.
Having a vision of what she wants to do with her life and how she wants to get there. The leadership, the compassion that she has for people and for causes that she, you know, it gets really strong about, as well as, of course, with the Sun, success, the celebration of success. I mean, that they just, it fits her perfectly. And she's always been so successful.
I think of some of her costuming. Remember when it kind of was around the back of her head?
Yeah.
It's like the sun. It's like the sun. Yeah.
Remember that time that she came out and she had the full headdress of a chief, went all the way down to the floor. Oh my gosh.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yes.
And Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. That's another
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That was
like that simply outfit.
Yeah.
And then when she did that movie,
oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
Something.
Yep.
It had to do
Nicolas
with
Cage. Was it with? Yeah.
Well, there was that one, but the first one she did was the one that was about the not Chernobyl, but it was our own.
Oh yes.
Silkwood or Silkweed or something like
that.
She did, and everybody was like, "Cher's gonna act," you know. I mean,
I know.
And
she was in Mermaids and Moonstruck.
She either won an Oscar or she was nominated for an Oscar for it. Her performance was just unbelievable.
Yeah, she did have awesome costumes, Deb. Yeah. Awesome. All right, Melinda.
Okay. The first card that I got was the 4 coins. And what I'm getting from this is that she was grounded. You know, she was just like grounded. And then the next card that I got was the Hanged Man. So I think that she was very intuitive and that she could see things from different directions. You know what I mean? And and have that knowing. And the next card that I got was the World. And I mean, the world just loves her. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
You know, I don't think I've met anybody that said they didn't like Cher.
Yeah,
you know
I don't
what I mean?
either.
And I know the gay guys love her. You know,
her and Liza Minnelli. That's right.
Yeah.
And Dolly Parton.
Yeah. And Dolly Parton. Yeah.
You know,
and then the next card I got was, oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm interrupting.
Was it 3 of Cups? You know, like everybody's out partying and rejoicing. And when you hear that any one of her songs, I mean, you're tapping your foot, you're snapping, or you're dancing. You're dancing on your ass or you're dancing on your feet. You know what I mean? You know, and you're using your voice and you're singing and having all this fun. And then the next cards I got, you know, from the bottom was Judgment and 2 of Cups. So I think that when their commitment, Sonny and Cher, broke,
yes,
I think a lot of people had a lot of judgment on them.
I agree.
But when it came to Cher, you know, I mean, I think people love both of them, you know, but Cher is just like Cher. You know,
I mean,
she's one of the first that just used her first name, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she didn't need any other name.
Yeah.
Nope.
Now everybody does it, you know. Yeah. It's cool.
Wasn't Madonna next doing that or something?
Madonna, yep. And I'm trying to think. J-Lo, but she just put it all together. Yeah. Beyonce?
No, Beyonce. My heart will go on. What's her name? Celine D. Celine
Celine.
she's from Canada. She's French.
Oh, Celine Dion?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
She
drawing a
just
blank
did
on her last
Celine?
name.
Okay.
I mean, she
Okay.
can just put Celine and everybody knows who she's
Everybody
talking
knows who
about,
she
you know,
is.
so,
True.
yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
You know.
All right. So here's a real blast from the past. We Are the World.
There we go.
I remember that.
1985, I think, or 86.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. Oh my God, a whole cast of people singing for Africa. For the
yes, it was.
Yeah.
Wasn't it part of the AIDS
Wasn't that
thing?
Hands Across America or something like that?
Yeah. It was USA for Africa. That's what it was.
USA for Africa.
Yes. Yep. We Are
I
the
knew it was
World.
something where they was all, joining hands, and it went from one to the next to the next.
Gave me chills. And this was before we had I'm trying to think. No, it came after MTV. I think we would watch it on MTV or whatever.
Yeah. When MTV really played music.
When they played music and not all the silly stuff they do now.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's a great song. And for so many reasons. All right.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
We are the world. We are the children.
No. Okay.
We're living our own lives. Oh, wow. Cool cards. All right. These, by the way, the energy oracle cards that I'm pulling. And wow. First one I get is Caring Connections. You think? I mean, everybody just got together. Nobody was any better than anybody else. They were on an equal playing field. Some people probably didn't come into it for whatever reason, but it was meant to raise awareness and money for the children. And then the sun. It brought a lot of happiness to others. It raised a lot of money as well. And it was wonderful to see all these artists that we love come together and sing together, because not a lot of collaboration was done at that time.
No, that was one of the first.
One of the first, I think. Yeah, where they came together. And they were one big happy family. Now, I don't know if there was any kind of problems during the filming or anything like that. I'm not sure, but it looks like it was a beautiful happy family, and it was a family of all around the world. It wasn't just limited.
I don't remember ever hearing that there was issues with any of it.
I don't either. Yeah,
I think everybody was just so happy to have been included.
Yes. I think it was Lionel Richie, and I'm trying to think of some of the women that were in it too. Yeah. Anyway,
so many big names at the time. I mean, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think George Michael was one of them.
He might have been.
And several, I think like Dionne Warwick maybe was part of it.
Yes, definitely Dionne.
Boy, I'm just going blank on everybody's names today.
That's okay. That's okay. It's hard to remember. It is.
Diana Ross. That was the other name I was trying to pull out there.
Okay.
So.
All right. Melinda, you want to go?
Sure.
Okay.
Man, the cards just wanted to. Woo! The cards just wanted to. Just keep talking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The first one I got was the Page of Cups, where some people, they really didn't know what was going on, so they, kind of was.
Yep.
And then the Knight of Cups came up, which is like a doctor card, so there was people that was needing help, which was the people from Africa.
True.
And then we got the Two of Wands, which, people was looking out for the other people on the other side of the world, know. Yeah. And then we got the Four Swords, which was a lot of people having a lot of stress, over,
Sure. No
what was
food.
going to happen, if it was really going to happen. Then the Two of Cups shows up with this partnership, which they was going to really, then they really got the help. And then all these cards from the bottom, it just didn't want to stop. We got the Hanged Man, people looking at things at different directions. Strength card, where people was just like pulling together. The Hermit coming in with the enlightenment. And then the Hierophant, more enlightenment.
Oh, wow.
And then the Ten of Coins, which, they got what they was really
They got
needing.
what they wanted to do,
Yeah, and then the Wheel of Fortune, everybody came together. They was looking wherever they needed to go. And then the universe has your back was just calling at me. You know what I mean? So I just picked the card from the middle. But the second one wanted to come too. And I know it's taking a little bit longer, but that's the way it was. Okay, this one says, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then I choose love no matter what.
Oh, yes.
I choose love no matter what.
Very powerful. Very good, Melinda. Wow. Okay.
From Moonology, I pulled the Fixed Moon. Hold your vision. They all had a vision that kept them focused on what they were doing and why they were doing it. And because it was like the first, it was kind of an initiation of could that actually be done and be successful at it? And boy, howdy. Wasn't long after that we had Farm Aid, and then we had Live Aid, and then
Live Aid, right?
And then they did another one of those collaboration songs like We Are the World.
Right.
And then lastly, I drew Divine Feminine, because in a lot of ways you have to embrace the divine feminine.
Yes.
For that kind of emotion and that kind of caring to come out.
Compassion and empathy.
That's where it comes from.
Sure.
And yeah.
That's amazing.
I got goosebumps right now. It's like, as Melinda's reading and I'm looking at
you're going, oh my God.
This one goes with that, and this one goes with that, and this one.
That's right.
Because at first I was looking at it going, I don't see where it's pulling together until Melinda started reading her cards. I was like, oh, now I get it. Okay.
Yep. Wow. That's what I love this so much. I love doing this for this very reason. Yeah. Well, thank you. That was a good walk down memory lane.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, baby.
So we got Deb saying The Last Waltz by Engelbert Humperdinck.
That was my mom's boyfriend. And my dad would get so mad when he would come on and she would come in there. Didn't matter what she was doing. She turned the iron off. She turned whatever she had to do. She had to stop, and she had to watch her. She had to watch her man. And my dad just would get so pissed off, jealous over somebody on TV.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. My mother was the same way.
I get you, JJ.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Yeah, he had his own show. And Tom Jones was like the first one, and then Engelbert came in.
God, yes, Tom Jones.
Tom Jones. Yeah.
Women would throw their underwear at him. Like...
Engelbert was classier, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, he was classier than Tom. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Tom Jones, he was just a slut, man.
He sweat a lot, that's for sure. All right. So I get prosperity here, and it's abundance and success, and I think that's speaking definitely to Engelbert. I mean, anybody having that name, and I know he made it up. It wasn't it was a stage name, but you had to check it out with that name, and look at he got the prosperity from this particular from his work, and his work was a teacher for him. It was a teacher for him because he had to learn a whole new path. I mean, I don't know any background of him, but I'm guessing he may not have been on television before he was. And he just soared after that.
Was he from England or
I think he
he
was.
wasn't
Tom was
American?
from Wales. Tom was from Wales, and
Okay.
I think Engelbert was from England. I think so.
Okay.
If you know, Deb, let us know. Yeah.
It was all part of that Rat Pack era.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Oh yeah.
Bing Crosby and Sinatra and all of them.
So, Deb, I have a question that's funny. Have you ever been in your car and your song comes on, any song that you really love comes on, and you're ready to get out of the car, but you can't because you have to finish the song?
Guilty. Guilty. Not only sit in the car, but turn it up.
Yep. Yep.
Roll up the
Oh,
windows
man.
so nobody knows why you're sitting in the car for an extra
Right.
5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we used to do when the kids were little, because
Uh-huh.
we lived in the country in Indiana,
Uh-huh.
and so we just like either pull off the side of the road, or one time I remember we was going down this old back road, and I just stopped the car, and we was like in the middle of the road because it was like a little gravel road, and I turned up, and I was driving the old Biscayne, 3 on a tree, and I turned up the music real loud, and the kids got out. We all got out, and everybody just started dancing. The kids jump up on the car, and everybody's dancing. They're up on the car, and we're all over the place.
That would happen to me when Dancing in the Dark came on. I was dancing with Bruce. I just couldn't stop in the car.
It didn't matter what song it was.
Uh-huh.
As long as somebody loved it.
Dancing on the Ceiling came out.
Oh yeah.
My son was little. He was like a toddler, and his daddy would pick him up.
Yep.
And hold him upside down, and he would dance on the ceiling. And when we moved out of that little house we were in, there were like
cute.
little muddy footprints all over the ceiling.
All over the ceiling. All right. Who wants to go? Melinda, are you ready?
Yeah, you want to go first, though? Or no?
I already went.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I was nodding my head then.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember. All right. I'm sorry. Okay, the first card up is the Queen of Wands, which is the people, all the women just loved him. You know what I mean? It was just, and she's there holding her heart. And I think just about half the women that was watching him would have left their husband for him. And the next card up is the Chariot. I think this is playing out because he was running from a lot of women.
I bet he was.
And then the Three of Coins comes up where, he was working it,
Yeah.
He just and he loved doing what he was doing, and it all worked together. And the Two of Coins shows up to where he had to balance a lot of things, so that a way he could keep his own life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his background. I don't. I was a little kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that this is that he had to like his own life and music life. He was really trying to keep that balance.
Hard to balance it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Six of Coins shows up, and so this is like the give and take. Like anything in life. You got to give and take. Yeah. And then the two from the bottom was the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So I believe that, he always tried to go to the calmer waters because I don't think he liked feeling all that anxiety. But when he was up on stage, man, he just,
he was
he gave it. He gave of his soul, that music would just come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I got.
Awesome. That's great. All right.
Okay. My turn. I pulled from Moonology, I pulled the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
And I get a feeling that for him, maybe as he was first starting going on television, that was a big step out of his comfort zone. Because it was very new back then. a whole lot of people, a lot of singers and stars weren't used to being on TV or, in front of a camera. They were
Right.
used to live performances. And then from there, I got the crone, which again is more of that feminine power, which I think that's what music draws out of us, is
It
that
does.
feminine
It does.
power.
And of course, all the older ladies loved him.
The older ladies loved him. I mean,
Yeah,
he was a draw for them.
Uh-huh.
And then I pulled from the Dragon Wisdom shadows. So he had his own shadows that he had
Sure.
to deal with, and I don't know what kind of life he had. I don't even know if he's still alive or not. But he had his own battles he had to fight.
I'm sure he did.
And then I ended it with the medicine bag. We each carry our own medicine bag of some sort that helps get us through whatever obstacles we're going through at that time. And I'm sure for, a man, especially back in those days, to have all of these women, especially older women, going like gaga crazy nuts over you, that's got to be a little intimidating, to say the least.
Sure.
And I never read or heard of him getting a big head from it. So
you just read my mind.
You
really? Psychic. Yeah, I was just thinking, I wonder if he got the big head for it, and then boom.
I don't remember ever reading anything about him being, one of those kind of stars. That,
but Marg says, she's getting a big yuck right now. But remember, it was the times, Marg. So it was back in the 70s. And he's still performing? Oh, for heaven's sakes, I had no idea.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All
right, we got 3 more to do and limited. Now. We got 3 more to do, but we have limited time because I have to get to the airport soon. I have to leave.
Okay, let's pop them off. Let's pop them off.
All right. So we got Mad World, Tears for Fears, one of my favorite bands. I don't know the song, but it's probably really good. So
okay,
let's see what I got. Mm-hmm. All right. So I get, I get emotional influence. So this band for sure had an emotional influence on me. I remember exactly what I was doing when they became famous. I don't know this song necessarily, but I love their album Songs from the Big Chair, I believe it was called. But there's been some confusion because they didn't know really which direction to go in. They were uncertain, do they go this way? Do they have, and they had Shout, and then they had a couple of other songs that were just a little bit different, but they hit it. They really did hit it. They did well for themselves. And there were a lot of close encounters between the two. I think was it 2 people that were in this band? I'm not sure how many.
I think it was 2 or 3. I don't remember.
3? Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. The first thing I got was the 4 Wands, which everybody's out there dancing and just having a good old time. Their families the families of the people are all like, you could do it kind of thing. And then the 3 of Wands comes up to where they knew their ship was coming in because they were just awesome. But the Knight of Wands comes in, and that's, somebody's only hearing half the story. So there may have been some things on the backside of that. But the 8 of Coins showed up, which they really worked. They worked hard at doing what they were doing to get to where they were, to get to where they are. Then the sun pops up like, yay!
It looks like instant success, but it never is. It just looks that way. Yeah, it just looks
like
years
of instant success.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I pulled Chaos.
Ooh,
which if you stop, which is the equivalent of the Tower in a lot of respects.
Yeah.
So they kind of hit it and were popular. They came out at a time things were pretty tumultuous in the world back then. I mean, we'd just
Right.
gotten through the hostage situation in Iran, and
Yep.
a lot of that was going on, and a lot of their songs touched people in a way to kind of bring them back down.
Oh yeah. I
To
love
pull
80s
them
music.
out of that chaos.
Yeah.
And then I pulled from the Dragon Wisdom, I pulled Rose. Rose Dragon. So,
Okay.
there we go. And I had to look that one up. I haven't learned that one yet. And it just says that it's a card that shows we live in two worlds, one of understanding and one of thinking.
Uh-huh.
And I think that that's what their music has always done. It touches our hearts, it makes us feel, it makes us understand, but it also makes us think what it is that they're singing about, you know. I mean, they're one of my favorites as well. I can listen to
I
their
know.
music all
I
day.
love I love any 80s music, but you know, it just reminds me, you know, I was like in my 30s and everything was wonderful. You know, it was, yeah, very nice.
I'm more partial to the 70s, but that's just
well, I
because
grew up then,
born
but
during
I
the
really
70s.
like, I don't know, I just like, because I love Queen and they were
Yeah.
more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Dave, I don't know this song, but I do know Pink Floyd.
Totally dumb.
Oh
Pink
yeah,
Floyd. Now we're
a great
talking.
song. Now we going.
You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat.
That's right. That's the ball. Right?
How can you have pudding?
Oh my God, I love that song.
What is life is not complete without Pink Floyd. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
you know,
Yeah. We don't need no education.
Yeah.
I don't know this other one, but I'm going to listen to it because.
Oh, you got to listen to it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's.
You're at a concert with your lighter. I love it. I love it. Oh my God.
That's a really good song.
It is. All right. So I got karmic lessons and present assistance of past life guides. You know, sometimes I think, you know, things are channeled through to these two creative people. And I'm wondering how many, when they're making their songs, how many of them have, you know, some past life influence or have guides that would bring them to that. It says here there's a longing and a desperation and of attachment in their music. And I agree with that. There is a longing. When I feel it, I feel a longing to go back. I do.
Yeah.
All right.
You want me to go?
You
Melinda?
Yeah.
Okay. I started out with the full moon in Libra. This is a win-win outcome is forecast. And for Pink Floyd, that pretty much nails them because it seemed like everything they did was a win-win. You know, maybe you didn't understand their music, but it really touched a whole generation and even generations after.
Afterwards.
Then I pulled Rebirth because a lot of what they did was a rebirth in music. You know, they brought a whole new aspect to music. And then I pulled King Arthur, which kind of goes with Rebirth because it was a rebirth for him as well. And I ended it with Circle of Life.
Look at that. That's the circle of rebirth and dying and rebirth. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Very cool. Very cool, Shari. Very cool.
Yeah.
Right,
okay. The first card that I got was the Knight of Cups. And following it was the Five of Cups. So I believe that there was a whole lot of tripping going on.
Oh, without a doubt.
And I mean, I remember those were the days that we went to concerts. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we would go to like 3-4 concerts a month. Almost every weekend we would go.
Wow.
And I could not tell you what really happened a lot of times while we was there. Because there was a whole lot of tripping
Not
going
during
on.
those days anyway. Yeah, I couldn't tell
Yeah.
you what
For me, it
happened.
was drinking, but yes, other people were doing other things. You could get a contact high from just standing out there with a
Yeah,
lot of
just
people.
Oh,
take
yeah,
little
people were
trips
just
and
like,
not even leave your seat.
Yep.
mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
And then the next cards I got was the two of coins and the ace of cups. So, I
Uh-huh.
mean, people were loving that. People
Yeah.
were loving that, either trying to stay in balance, getting in balance, or tripping their ass off. Okay.
Sure. Yep.
And then the next cards I got was the eight of coins and the star, which they really worked. You know, these
Right.
band members, they worked. You know what I mean? And it
They
almost like came naturally to them. You
Sure.
know, they had all this, the rhythms that, you know, that would go along with their music, their vibe, everything. You
Yep.
know, and it was like everything coming together, everything really balancing, really, you know. And I was kind of playing a little bit, but not really, on the whole tripping thing. And but there was a lot of people that had a lot of fun at their concerts.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, you know, they may have needed doctors because they didn't know what they were doing, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
And this little guy up here, he really, whoops, on this side, this little guy right here, I mean, this guy here, he could be tripping his ass off seeing things.
Seeing that little guy there.
You know? Yeah. Or sometimes
all
trees
kinds
would
of
talk
things
to
when you
you,
trip.
and you would talk back to the trees, you
Yeah,
know?
I know.
So, I mean, it was just a lot of good fun times, and they really didn't have to work too hard because I think they were very intuitive,
Sure.
you know, but they worked hard at it, you know?
And they were so talented.
Yes.
You know,
that's
I mean, a
awesome.
lot of bands came and went.
Yeah.
Didn't last because they didn't really have the talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Did I say too much?
you can say
No, you
Pink
didn't say too much.
Floyd,
It's fine.
and,
Yeah.
you know, you say Pink Floyd today, and everybody knows who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I still have Pink Floyd shirts.
Do you? Yeah.
Yes.
All I can say is thank God we didn't have social media back in those days.
I know. You're right. We were lucky. We were very lucky.
We were very lucky.
Oh my God.
Yes.
But back then, I remember coming home from a concert. It was me and somebody else. I almost said the name. But anyway, we were and it was, he was driving, and it was a Corvair. He drove this Corvair. And we were driving down the road, and I think we must have been on Montgomery Road or something, because it had those like little islands in the middle of trees.
Yes.
But sometimes they really look like islands, and you was like floating, like using a spaceship or something, for whatever reason. And so we seen these lights come up behind us, and so he goes, I think that there's and I said, dude, that's a cop. And so he pulls over, right? And I swear you not, I mean, people, you know, there was things dropped on the floor, and the cop,
in a hurry.
what he done was that he took the alcohol, put the alcohol in the trunk of the car, of his cop car, and then he took the bag of weed, and he put that inside of his thing, and then he scooped up whatever was on the floor, and he threw that in the trunk. But he kept that bag of weed for himself.
I bet he did.
He did. Oh yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah.
He definitely did. And back then, you know, it was, if it was green, you didn't want it. You know what I mean?
I know.
And unless it was sesame or something like that, Sesamillion. But I mean, I haven't smoked anything in probably 30 some odd years. You know what I mean? but daggone, but back then, woo.
Woo-wee is right. All right, I got to get going here. All right, so Dance Little Sister, Rolling Stones, Beyond the Ordinary. That's the Rolling Stones, and that's, look at how long. I mean, they're, what are they, like 80 or something, and they're still singing. So their music's
very
beyond
well preserved.
Yes, well preserved.
Very
Pickled. But look, so many people still love watching them. There's great big love with their works together. And there must be within the band, or they wouldn't be together. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they had a better relationship than any of Mick's wives and Mick had, you know.
Yeah.
The band was more cohesive.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
That's it. Okay. Well, I drew the mirror.
Ah, they're
With-
mirrors for each other.
Very much the Rolling Stones for many of us.
Uh-huh.
That was the mirror that we looked in. You
Yep.
know, that was it was an important band for all of us.
Yep.
And then I drew the Oracle because so much of what they wrote and sang and played was very prophetic in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And
wow. I loved, you know what song I really loved was Sympathy for the Devil. That was one of my favorite songs. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Melinda, what did you get, honey?
Okay. You know, I was just thinking that I hope none of my kids watch this, because I really did say too much.
You're going to fall off the pedestal, huh?
Ooh, right? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, the first card comes out is the Emperor, because I mean, Rolling Stones, I mean, psh. And then the Queen of Cups is Queen of Love. So she was, you know, a lot of people loved them. And the ones who didn't understand really is Nine of Wands, you know, that they were like kept behind something because they just didn't know. And then the Three of Cups, that was all the partying and rejoicing and all this kind of stuff. The Two of Cups, they had a lot of partnerships, you know, because he sung with a lot of different people.
He did.
And then we come up with the Six of Cups and the Page of Cups, which this reminds me of all the giving and the taking, because of all their beautiful singing that people gave him a lot of stuff, and then he was like, ooh, is that a fish? Is that a fish in that cup? Because, you know, that's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay. Wow.
Is that tree talking to me?
Yeah. This was fun. I really loved doing
this. Was a lot of fun.
It was
yeah.
a lot of fun. Brought back a lot of memories. It really did. We'll have to do it again. Ladies. We'll have to do it again. Absolutely. But I've got to get to the airport. So I love you all.
Much love, Allie. Much love, Shari. Much love, everybody.
Thanks for coming by. See you later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.